What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning into the Local Crown podcast, where we're going to teach you how to wage war on your competition and earn your local crown, also known as the top spot on Google. Absolutely. So, what, in your opinion, what is really the difference between just starting a business and making a legacy play?
Well, it's vast, right? Because anybody can put something out there, right? And it's quite common, with the lean startup methodology of, you throw a bunch of stuff at the wall and see what sticks, go fast and break things. And then if it doesn't work out, you're not invested, you just step away. And, that's been happening in our climate around in the technology sector quite a lot. And, but we have a choice about these things. So for me, it's about this process I take people through in my strategic planning sessions, where we're really digging in deep to identify what is the core value or values that are central to who you are. And then, what is your core purpose? Building a true core ideology around yourself that we then align the business with, and we align the people we do business with, and we align our customers with. So there are certain things that will always change, market conditions, competition, technology, everything around us is always changing. But the parts of us that are core, that are the who and the whys, those things stay the same. So being able to preserve those and identify those, that's a really critical piece. And to me, that's how we start, by creating a legacy. We create a legacy around something that doesn't exist, has nothing to do with the current products or services we're offering, but is about what's our contribution to the world. Like Walt Disney, I mentioned him before, his whole purpose was to make people happy. That wasn't amusement parks or movies or television or characters or merchandise. That was a mission, a legacy he was leaving behind. And look at all the ways that over the course of his lifetime and lifetimes beyond have been created because of that desire for that, his core purpose.
That's beautiful. And I think that I wish that it was the vast majority instead of only the small, at least from what I've seen, it's only the smaller percentage of entrepreneurs that are really focused on the legacy aspect.
Yeah, they don't understand how important it is right up front, or they think that, well, I'm not Walt Disney, so I don't have to do it, or I'm not positioned to do it, or I can't afford to do it. But this is the kind of thing that you can't afford not to, and it's eminently scalable down and up. So the startups should be doing it, and the Fortune 100s are doing it. So if everybody in between needs to be doing it, because that's how we make impact. That's how we create success. That's how we build something lasting. And even if we do have to pivot, because pivoting is part of the process, right? Everything changes. We preserve the core and we stimulate change. That's the thing we can cooperate with when we know what our legacy is and we've really defined ourselves well.
Absolutely. So I know we've kind of touched on it, but what is your legacy that you're trying to build?
Well, my legacy is to make sure that nobody ever has to go it alone. That in my books, my speaking, my work, my audiences all understand that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to be vulnerable. There's power in that, and that we need to be able to do this in community. That none of us will succeed on our own. We don't.
That's beautiful. That's actually me and the entire tribe that I align with. Like, that is the ultimate underlying value that we all share. So like I'm so happy that we connected.
Yeah, I think that's why we did resonate. And I'm so grateful to have been able to spend this time with you, Trey. I'm really, really happy. I hope that your audience is finding some value in this conversation.
Absolutely. So I've got one more question for you, and then I'm going to open up the floor for you to talk about what you've got going on and promote yourself however you want to. So if you could go back and have a conversation with yourself before you ever stepped out on your own, what would you make sure that you knew and understood?
I would say to young Christine, I would say you don't have to know everything. it's okay to ask for help and to let people know that you don't know everything and get what you need that way.
That's beautiful. So what do you have going on, and how can people see more of you, Christine?
Well, they can visit my website at christineperakis.com, and depending on where they are in their business, I offer up a strategic planning session that we can build a roadmap for their business with a complimentary phone call that's bookable on my site. And I also have an online business advisory system that I have offering. It's also linked up on my site that is a do-it-yourself solution for anywhere from startup to small business growth companies trying to get past that 7-figure mark. So it's a 12-month online business advisory system, and it also offers up hundreds of strategies, tactics, and do-it-for-you resources that are literally plug and play for 140 different types of businesses and different industries.
Wow.
And all of that was consolidated principles were put into my first book, The Entrepreneur's Essential Roadmap, which is also found on my website.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Christine. You're a badass.
Well, Trey, it takes one to know one, and I'm so excited that we got connected, and I look forward to us, being able to collaborate in the future.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for hanging in there with us.
Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you learned something. If you have questions, email us at info@thelocalcrown.com. And if you want to get featured in our publication, Inside the Empire, alongside John Lee Dumas, the entrepreneur on fire, Jayson Waller, the CEO of Power Home Solar, Sharon Lechter, Dan Caldwell, the man that started Tap Out, and the limitless man himself, Kwik, for free, then head over to thelocalcrown.com/become a contributor.